Here we go with the main monkey business. The main monkey business with this song is A, memorizing the jungle beat, B, turning the snare on and off in the right times, and C, just really concentrating on the multiple parts of the song. There are just so many parts. It begins with the typical theme, starting with the China cymbal and alternating on the high toms, and then with the hi-hat splash. We do this 8 times, and then we lead into the tom fill. Should point out that we start with the snares off, so that the snare sort of starts timbali. And then right after, here we go, we got to turn the snare on right there, so now we've got a snare sound going for the first few fills. There's 3 on the toms there, and a nice little snare thing. Now we've got 4 on the toms, on the lower toms. Now we go into the thing. Now we got to turn the snare off again. It's a little bit of choreography, but once you memorize where you're supposed to be going, it's a weird beat. I tend to just play this whole song on the open hi-hat, the X-hat on my right, just because I'm playing all over the toms, and it's just easier as far as coordinating my arms. And then timing this little low tom fill. Here we go. Back into the original jungle beat. This time, instead of the 4 on the 4th tom, we sort of have a stuttery descending thing coming up. So I just try and keep with the music. It's fairly straightforward right here, but I'm getting into it. As you can see me shaking my head from the white man's overbite. Subtle flip on the thing. I'm into the China cymbal. Turn the snare back on. That little flutter. It's really important to have it on for this. Coming up with the end right here. Now I turn it back off again. Pretty easy place to turn it off here. It's nice and forgiving. I'm just kind of keeping time on the hi-hat. And then just remembering when to start the backbeat on the timbali. Just counting, waiting for the guitar coming in. This is a pretty easy beat, but it's kind of wide reach because you're going from your right cymbal all the way over to the little snare on the left. I have to remember to turn this snare on because it's usually my timbali which is off, so it's a mind bend. Now the key here is to keep the crashes and the tom fills separate. There's that little first flutter and then on the timbali right there. Now I'm building and building and building, waiting for the guitar to join us up. Now he's in there. And we can lead into the slow kind of splashy, couple crashes there. So here we go. In this thing, we just keep going quite similarly until we do an upside down kind of flam on the 2 toms, leading into a crash. Now we count it out and do the familiar ride pattern, leading into the very open, where Neil does something really cool where he just sort of stops, and then the second time he stops for 2 beats. Now he's doing it, he still stops, but he keeps his hand going. This time it's 3 beats. Now he goes back down and we go into the same beat. Once again, back into the jungle beat. Okay, it's important to point out here that I am playing interstitial beats with my right foot on the bass drum for accents and the sort of jumpy motion. And I think this is quite similar to what Neil actually plays, and a lot of people have given me grief about it, but I'm going to keep doing it. So now we're back into the second time we go through this. Still got the toms or the snare on, but it's soon going to have to come back on, and probably the most difficult to turn on in the whole song. Right after the second high tom. Right here. Now I gotta turn it on. Time for that very fast snare roll. I spin my stick for a little bit of celebration, but short-lived. Nice little buzz for some accents there. And we come back with 6 this time to end it. And just some Aldridge triplets there. Now we go into our last little thing, a little snare, catch it on the right time here. Do some little tom stuff. Feed into a roll. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And then a little flare on the beat. And that's it.